it's all how to position ourselves actively in front of the question of innovation and high tech and so on. So somehow we could say that this hackathon is one of the ways to interrogate from inside, from within, this question of innovation, and artists or hackers as the way to spread innovation by making it more human, making it more funny, enjoyable, and so on.
Actually, Disnovate? Disnovation? Yeah.
No.
Small thing like this. So you see, I got like this. So this platform is going to turn, and you got like this thing going to move. And so the idea is to be able to control it. So this is this driver. This is a game controller, and the idea of this is to say it's used like technology to recreate a kind of traditional techniques, but in a certain way, doing it with technology, make it like super ludic and super bad, super obsolete, you know, because you're going to try to do something like playing to do some poetry, but poetry is like very traditional and very respectful techniques, so you're not going to be able to do it. Like you're just going to do like some super tiny shitty thing. Like so.
I have a project called X-Elk, and X-Elk is a queen, and she's like this. She's a very critical dictator. Maybe that's what I should call her.
Transistor. Pour après réaliser des sortes d'armes. Donc l'idée c'est de fondre ces matériaux pour fabriquer ce genre de choses.
Jen that found this wooden tape recorder outside in a trash barrel at a kindergarten or something. So we had the idea to revitalize that, and since this hackathon is disinnovation, take a really high-tech thing like an iPhone and control a really low-tech, old-school thing like this tape recorder.
Yeah, so the basic idea is I'm working with an artist, her name is Amélie Gervais, and she does a lot of work with GIFs, so like stuff from like 2001, 2002, like these like early internet graphics. And I do a lot of work with lights, so kind of wanted to put the two together. And so the kind of inspiration for our piece was to take this particular GIF of this like candy raver, like psychedelic, super happy, good feeling GIF, this kind of like low tech but sort of like high emotion, and kind of update it a little bit or bring it into like a physical space.
We are going to use this scan to make a video projection. The project Jerry Do It Together that we are all working on is about making new computers out of reuse and giving them like a second chance, like a new life, and also like decorating them to just give them personalities.
We're gonna hook up this leap motion sensor which tracks the hands to our circuit and keyboard. Hopefully. We'll see if it works.
I haven't tried it yet, but
In the 60s, the US government was researching a lot around cybernetics. And for instance, they organized a symposium and they specifically invited the most important avant-garde artists of the US at this time. And they specifically did it in order to disseminate the ideology and the new research of cybernetic into the larger audience. So it was like an important point in this way of spreading a new way of thinking on a large scale through the artists.
And so a lot of people have these memories of these different technologies, you know, and now things get updated, but it doesn't always get better, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we went from some of these older things to like, you know, Super Poke on Facebook, or all these games that are just really designed to be super addictive. So it's just kind of a throwback to some of that, the older technology, kind of disnovating in terms of like going to something simpler instead of something more complicated.
So it's just like a kind of critical thing of the techniques, like the idea of you can put techniques, technology everywhere, innovation everywhere. Like there is some stuff that needs to stay like traditional.
Yeah, the idea is not to be able to stop at some point and have this constant flow of information going too fast with bright colors, and which is basically what the internet looks like nowadays. So yeah, and everything is handmade because we wanted to have a contrast between the reduced technology and something much more homemade and human.
Everything is possible, as I see it. Everything you want to do is possible.
It's also quite important to with such a project as Disnovation, just to create this moment of doubt, you know, or this moment where you start to engage on an active way with these topics and not just in a passive way of consuming.